What's the deal?
What's good? What is happening? It is your guys. It is AJ. It is Aunt P. We are the Midcarders and Catering podcast. This is episode 44.
Oh man, you got some claps going, or you ain't got that yet?
Nah, man, I ain't got no
Damn,
claps right now.
damn, man. Okay, man.
Yeah, I mean, I do have them. I just don't want to really play them right now. Actually,
No,
I'm
I got
kind of saving them,
you. I got
for saving them for our guest. But with that being said and everything, when we started this platform, this podcast, we started this almost a year ago now. You know what I'm saying? We've had the privilege and the pleasure to come out every single week, discuss, the world of pro wrestling, like storylines, the stuff that happens, backstage, the ins and outs of the business and everything, and like give our takes and everything like that. But with that, we also have the unfortunate realities of like what happens around the world and to the different talents of whom we talk about and discuss every single week, because these are real people too, real people with real life, real family, real issues, real just everything. They bleed red just like the rest of us. So with that being said, unfortunately, yesterday, as a matter of fact, well, earlier this week, we lost a legend of yesterday, Terry Funk. We lost,
we lost the funker.
yeah, we
We
lost
lost
Terry
the
Funk. I think like maybe last week it was kind of like reported that he was, battling something. He wasn't just, he wasn't his best, and and to this week, he made his final transition uh on this side of life. So we definitely want to celebrate Terry Funk. For sure, he is a legend in the business. Just a legend. Like he's touched damn near every promotion that there
hmm
is in the business. So to say that he was just a legend in one space is just not enough to explain like the impact that.
That man was a worldwide legend, bro.
Yeah,
He was a
yeah.
worldwide legend. He was.
Um, yeah, it's not enough can be said, but also just shockingly and surprisingly, yesterday, um we had the we lost Bray Wyatt. We lost Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, that was. I just woke up, man. I had like 30 missed messages on my phone for phone calls, and I just looked up and it said Bray Wyatt passed away, and I'm like, what? You know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I yeah. It's a real huge shock to us all, especially being that we are all the same age as
Yeah,
Bray.
yeah.
Um, last newsworthy wise when it came to Bray, we knew he had been out since the Royal Rumble, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah,
almost
well,
a little bit past that.
like a little bit past that, yeah, because
Yeah,
he was,
actually, the Saudi show,
yeah, because he was setting up his feud with Bobby Lashley,
right,
and
for
shit,
WrestleMania.
shit just disappeared. You know what I'm saying? Rumors came out that Bray was, not trying to do anything or all that, but in reality, the man was sick. You know?
Yeah, yeah, he was sick. It was reported per Fightful that um he had came down with COVID-19. As you know, COVID has not went anywhere. It is definitely
Mhm.
still among us. You know what I'm saying? No matter, however comfortable anyone has become accustomed to, the way of the world in terms of
Yeah,
returning back to normalcy and everything. It's still around. It's still running rampant, but unfortunately, some complications for Bray. They continued. They continued. He was actually close to being cleared. He's close to being cleared, close to being able to return back to action and to perform. However, unfortunately, he suffered a heart attack, and that's what took him. So, um, Yeah, it's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. I'm sure you can probably hear it in my voice right now, because that we had to change up a lot for this week, because we wanted to acknowledge Terry Funk and of course acknowledge Bray Wyatt, who's really he's been like the first active wrestler to like pass away in like the last 2 decades. So it's definitely been a while. So yeah, we want to. I don't want to make this all grim and sad and everything like that, because of course I know it's like very overwhelming for a lot of people, especially like the different talents in WWE right now and cross promotionally as well too. Because right now we're actually recording SmackDown. It's like in the second hour right now, so they definitely are doing like tributes and small mini tributes to Bray and to Terry Funk. I think Cody Rhodes just did one for Terry Funk right before the tag match.
Yeah, a hardcore tag team match, Terry Funk hardcore tag team match, which is cool, man. Respect to Terry and all that, man. But I don't think nobody can mirror a Terry Funk hardcore match.
No, you cannot. Absolutely not. No, that's impossible. Not today. No. Yeah, but nonetheless, like the gestures of doing that, and like Cody's connection with Terry because of like Terry's longtime rivalry with Dusty from way back in the day, it just all kind of just makes sense and comes full circle. But I say all that to say, like, we're going to take this episode, we're going to take the show, and we're going to like dedicate this, and we're going to celebrate these two individuals and everything, because I feel that that's just the right thing to do for this. So, storylines, we may touch on a few or anything like that, you know what I'm saying, but I think they kind of like take a seat back to right now, because these are two very important individuals, and we need to talk about them. We need to discuss them. So
yeah,
we do, however, we have a very special guest with us this evening. We have a really good friend of the show. She is very well versed and tapped in. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, Corey has vouched for her plenty of times, and if Corey put a good word in for you, good with me.
Yeah. Corey putting in a good word. He said she good at any hood. You know what I'm saying? So, and I believe it. You know what I'm saying? She's from Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So already she's stamped. You know what I'm saying? This is sis coming on. You know what I'm saying? So let's give it up right now for the one, the only. I don't want to say hi, Gabby, but I'm just going to say hi, Gabby.
Hi. That's the whole point of my name, actually. I had a college radio show at Oak University, and that was my gimmick, was call and say hi to Gabby. So it was hi, Gabby.
Oh, wow. I was close.
You were. Wow. You definitely were. Didn't even know it.
Is dope. Well, let's give a round of applause to Gabby.
I appreciate it.
No problem. So, how you doing? How you feeling?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm okay.
All things considered.
All things considered.
Yeah,
I'm doing pretty good. You know what I'm saying? It's Friday. Hate to break the fourth wall. Sorry, listeners, but yes, it's Friday. So it's the weekend. We just went through like Hurricane Michigan over last night. The last 2 nights actually. So we actually have a calm night tonight. So
I was surprised they cut my power back on today. My shit was off last night.
So you lost power?
Yeah, I lost power.
I never lost power. I lost no power.
I lost power Wednesday. Got that bitch cut back on Thursday, and then got cut right back off. So it was.
Wow. I do not miss Michigan weather. Y'all can have that. I'm good.
It was just all bad, man. Then today at work, I had to bring up a domestic dispute at work. So,
it's been
all right.
That was
it's been a fucking week, man. It's been a week, dog. So
that was a lot. I don't really have a reaction to even play for that one. But,
no, there is no reaction to that. I saved my man from getting his tire slashed and his windows busted, man.
Well, I'm glad you made it out safely.
Yeah, and I'm glad his car doesn't have to go in the shop. So,
you saved my man some money. Good looking.
Slash tires can be expensive.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, very expensive. Yeah.
But yeah, me, I'm doing fine. Just the regular work week, gym, the typical boring guy routine. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get my bag up per usual. You know what I'm saying? Get this money, get this bread. But other than that, yeah, I'm doing pretty well. But Gabby, I think right now it's all about you. So, I mean, like, we got to get to know you. We got to get into some history with you. And I don't know if this is like your first. I don't think right now this is your first time ever hearing us. You know what I'm saying? I think you
not at all. I definitely text Ann a few times. I'm listening to you guys on Monday mornings when I'm working. My comment and my feedback for the podcast. So definitely
she was
not
thinking
my
about the
first time.
DDP slander, dog.
Okay, yeah, we definitely gonna get there. We definitely gonna get there because yeah, that's you see, she got crosshairs on Van for that one. That's crazy.
Listen, yeah. my heart.
Yeah, I was.
Although y'all were right about Tommy Dreamer, I will give y'all credit. Everything you said about Tommy Dreamer was accurate, but I cannot support DDP slander. Like,
I
not today, not tomorrow.
Slander. I can't do that. That DDP was my guy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he was my guy.
That's where I'm a Turner truther with DDP. I'm sorry.
I was a WCW girl. I actually like WCW better, and then I had to convert over. Like my brother was how I got into wrestling was my brother. We would go back and forth on our TV, and I actually enjoy WCW more. Okay, honestly. So
yeah,
we gotta get her. We gotta hit her with the question. We gotta give her the question. We gotta get it. So, being that you just told us you were a WCW girl, and your brother was responsible for you getting into wrestling. Shout out to your brother, the good dude. We want to know who was the first wrestler, pro wrestler, entertainer, whatever you want to call them, Mr., Mrs., whomever. Like, who was that one that got you to say, yo, I'm in? Like, this wrestling shit, I love it.
That's a good question. Honestly, Sting. And I was a Surfer Sting girl, like way back in WCW when he had like the scorpion going. Like, I was a Surfer Sting girl.
Wow, Surfer Sting.
Surfer Sting. I mean, did he not fit the motif of being a surfer?
He was very colorful.
Think about it.
He was very colorful.
Yeah, Sting was my guy.
At least he wasn't a dynamic dude like Johnny Ace.
I mean, that's a plus. So yeah. So Surfer Sting. So that means you really was tapped into WCW.
Yeah.
So this is before the Crow. This is before NWO. This is before this predates Hogan. Predate. This is probably when I'm gonna say Luger walked into the mall.
The beach Sting. Like, take it back to like the 80s.
Yeah, he was really like Cena before Cena when you think
absolutely
about it.
Absolutely. Yeah, his feud with Flick Flair, like I could talk Sting all day.
That his feud with Vader when Vader came from Japan with that damn big ass Mastodon helmet that scared.
It's crazy. People don't realize how many of like the old school people actually came from NJPW. Like, it's insane. If you actually look at the history of who actually worked in JPW back in the 80s and 90s, you'd be surprised.
Okay, so this is the point right here where I need a little schooling because I need to know outside of Vader, because I know Vader came from over there. Look, the Hogan clip y'all like to play more than the Mark Henry.
I don't acknowledge Hogan, so like we're not gonna talk about.
Oh, turn that up. Hold on. Wait a minute.
So...
Hold on. Yeah, we good. Hey, turn that up. Hey, turn that up.
We don't fuck with that Terry. We don't fuck with that Terry.
Yeah, that's the Terry we don't fuck with. He's banned. He's banned from the Midcarders. He's
100%.
Yeah.
So like you were saying, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go on.
So like I was saying, like, because I need to be schooled on who came from New Japan outside of Vader.
Ron Simmons actually did a very long, decent run at NJPW as well. You don't know that either.
Stan Hansen. Stan Hansen was actually banned in the United States. He had to go wrestle.
Had to go over there to make his money.
Yeah, he was that rough. Like, he was really fucking people up in that ring. So Stan Hansen
and Stan Hansen, whom was the tag partner of Terry Funk.
Yeah,
full circle moment.
Full circle. Wow. Anyone else I may be missing?
You put me on the spot. I'm not gonna think of anybody. But the one that stands out to me, honestly, is Ron Simmons. People don't realize that he was over there as well.
Okay.
Yeah, he was over there. Scott Hall. Scott Hall was over there for a while. You know what I'm saying? Then came back.
The Hearts did some work over there too.
Hearts did some work over there.
Yeah,
Hearts did some work over there. Damn, it was somebody else. It's just fuck. I gotta get it out, man. I know exactly who it was, man. Steiner's went over there.
Of course, the Steiners.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Steiner's definitely went over there. And damn, I can't remember that person, but I can't.
The Steiners' fall from grace should be studied, but that's another topic for the day.
Yeah,
another day.
Yeah, yes,
their fall from grace should be studied.
But you know what, man? Look, that motherfucker Scott, man. Look, I love that. I love that motherfucker, man. Like Scott,
and it sucks because he's taking the L because apparently at Starcast nobody really was fucking with him.
Really? Now,
what I was reading, like I saw pictures and videos of obviously Detroit. Our friends went. I wasn't there, but like every time someone would pan it, he would always just be kind of by himself, and I kind of felt bad that he caught a stray bullet.
Damn, now that like because that's crazy. Because of course, like when he was here, because I was at WrestleCon, you know what I'm saying, this past, for during SummerSlam weekend, and like because right next to like literally Bret Hart and Scott was like right next to each other, like their seats was right there. You know what I'm saying? So Bret's line is wrapped around 3 times, and Scott's line is wrapped around twice, and mixed with the Hardy's line and all that. So Scott was getting a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it was that event right there is where Rick got banned. You know what I'm saying? They said
he got banned in L.A.
Nah. Oh, he did.
No, he got banned in L.A. When he went off on Giselle Shaw.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, it's
banned, but then they brought him back to ban him. But that again, whatever.
Wow.
But there was a reason why Brian Breaker is known as Brian Breaker, not as Rex Steiner.
And it's the reason why he changed his gear. It's the reason why a lot of things happen. I'm actually glad that he got his moment with his dad and his uncle before the nigga went crazy. I'm glad he got that moment because he's not gonna get it now. His dad
they're not gonna let that fly, especially when you get the main roster. It's like, nope.
All right, so I'm gonna need you to ditch your father. Thank you.
Scott's okay. You can bring Scott. Scott. You can bring Scotty if you want to. But your dad, no, we can't do that.
He can bring the chain. He can bring the chainmail. He can bring the chainmail. You know, what I'm
saying? He can bring it to Gorilla. Then he can't go past Gorilla.
Yeah, and that's about it. Yeah, it's over. It's over with. But yeah, the Steiners. Yeah, it's unfortunate what happened there. It's your fault, Rick. But other than that.
Actually, another wrestler that came from Japan was fucking Johnny Ace. He came up with the goddamn cutter. That was his move he invented. So,
the cutter was originally Johnny Ace's.
He invented it.
Well, that's the only lasting impact he's going to have.
That's it.
That's it for people power, Johnny Ace. But yes, it's very, very cool. So, being that you go back to Surfer Sting at times, because this is one of the things that like I as a kid, because I came in around 97 98 ish. There's always that first time you got that, you finally convinced your parents to get you that pay-per-view. So like, what was that first pay-per-view that you were able
to? My goodness. So my parents actually never bought us one because they were like, absolutely not. However, you know how you're a kid. Okay, I'm not saying y'all can judge me. It's fine.
Nah.
You know how you're a kid, and back in the day, you could kind of flip the channels of the pay-per-views. You could like listen to the scramble.
Yeah,
we would listen to the scramble, and then one day, I want to say it was maybe a Royal Rumble where we accidentally got it for free. We were just back and forth, and we were listening to the scramble, and next thing my brother was like, "Gabby!" So I ran in the room, and sure enough, somehow, we don't know how, my parents definitely didn't pay for that shit. We got a Royal Rumble for free. I want to say in like 98.
Oh wow! So that's Austin's first win, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So yeah. Oh wow!
So that's what did it for me when we got that free pay-per-view.
Nice.
That's dope.
That's really dope. Yeah. What was yours? I don't know if you ever said what was yours.
I think it was the one that Mad Cat got thrown off the steel cage. I mean, Chell in the Cell. It was that one.
When Mick?
Yeah, Mick. He got thrown off that bitch.
Oh, that was
that was King of the Ring.
King of the Ring.
Yeah, it was
King of the Ring. King of the Ring 97.
Yeah, when he got thrown off that shit, man, I was like, whoa.
You know what's crazy?
That'll do it.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? My first one was, oh my gosh, my first one. It might have been Invasion 01. I think that was my first one.
Hey,
Cause like,
go ahead, my bad.
no, cause like, yeah, like I had my parents. Was, how much is
Exactly
$69.99? Hell no,
for a couple of hours.
Yeah, nah,
Absolutely
you good.
not.
You good. So that's why that was the importance of tape trading in the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like trading those tapes and whatnot, being able to like get up to date and everything. Because we didn't always have cable either. You know what I'm saying? Like so. Once 2000 hit, what was that, 99? When SmackDown hit, like that was a heaven sent. You know what I'm saying? SmackDown
Yep, on regular
UPN.
TV. Let's go.
Like I was like, oh, let's go. And plus, around that time too, SmackDown was actually better than Raw.
Yeah.
So
people forget that era very quickly.
Oh yeah, they do.
Listen,
They do.
That UPN SmackDown,
Lit.
Stone Cold catching DX with the bear trap.
yeah, man.
Hey, you know what's crazy?
Taped on Tuesdays. Lit.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's crazy? Like people will think that the King of the Ring Hell in a Cell match was my favorite. It's not. It's the first one with Taker and Shawn Michaels because how ridiculous that shit was.
Was
Bad blood.
The first
yeah, the first Hell in a Cell. Yeah, man.
When Kane debuted.
Yeah, Kane debuted. Because I just vividly remember when Shawn Michaels hit Undertaker with a super kick, right? The Sweet Chin Music.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just sets up. Like he was like, it's over. And then he just set up. He like, oh, well, maybe not. Business just picked up. And I just remembered Shawn Michaels got his ass whooped the rest of that match.
Oh yeah, Shawn got his ass toe up.
No, he was in like the first half of that match, Shawn Michaels was beating the shit out the Undertaker.
And then
once he set up and JR said business just picked up, that was it. Like
he got his ass whipped.
No more defense. No more defense. That was gone.
Chair shot. He catch a chair shot on top of the cage. It was bad, man.
Yeah, and then Shawn actually, he fell off the side. I remember he didn't do the complete fall, but he was like on the side and Taker was stumping. Yeah, he was stumping his fingers on the What a and that's why I love Shawn Michaels, man. I love that.
He's actually my favorite.
You're on the right side of history. Like he was like Shawn Michaels.
Like what Shawn Michaels is your favorite? Because like it's many different versions of Shawn Michaels. What is your favorite version of Shawn Michaels? Because I have my favorite.
Performer, like wrestler wise, it's that second run. That second run of Shawn in 2002 to until he retired.
That man was putting on bangers.
That Shawn was just unbelievable. But like my overall, like in terms of charisma and like just sauce and like just looking way before his time, like it was the second version of the Boy Toy.
See, my favorite Shawn Michaels is when he was on that shit. I call him drug Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, that was
reckless.
Mine.
That
second Boy
Shawn
Toy.
Michaels
Yeah,
on
that
drugs
second Boy
is actually
Toy.
my favorite Shawn Michaels. Like when he was just reckless as fuck, like when he was getting into random bar fights, like that. I hate to say it, that is my favorite Shawn.
Nah, I can't say that one. Mine was Jesus Saved Me, Shawn Michaels. That was my favorite one.
So the second run.
Yeah, Jesus Saved Me. Yeah, Jesus Saved Me, Shawn Michaels. That was the one right there, man.
I'm sorry, Lost Smile. We'll call him when he lost.
Oh, Lost My Smile. Yeah, that's.
I'm not gonna say when he was on drugs. I mean, he was on drugs. We'll say the Lost Smile, Shawn. We'll PG that up.
The one that was calling Hunter and slurring over the phone.
Got his ass whooped in Syracuse.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's Shawn Michaels.
That one.
When Hunter was like, "Yo, we got to get him some help. This is fucking crazy."
Like, I'm gonna need you to get this nigga on my phone. Like this nigga is a wild.
I'm tired of him waking me up in the middle of the night with this shit.
Oh man, because I mean, like the second run, man, he had some incredible matches, man. Kurt Angle, the Chris Jericho, and Jericho shaved his hair. Jericho had the little short,
Shelton Benjamin on Raw.
Shelton Benjamin on Raw. Of course, the Taker matches. Shit, the matches with Cena, all that shit,
Cena
man.
matches, the WrestleMania 23.
He had bangers, and even with Hunter and Benoit, those matches was fire too. Redacted, but
that's another topic for another day. Because I can talk about Chris Benoit, and it's crazy because like I obviously understand why we don't talk about Chris Benoit. Like I'm not oblivious to the fact of what he has done, but like his body of work is fucking chef's kiss. And again, I understand why we don't talk about him.
Listen, if there was one person that let me down
Christopher Benoit.
It's his body of work is in freaking insane. And it's like I understand why it's erased.
It's like R. Kelly, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? That body of work, but then you like this nigga.
You can't get past it. Like you got everyone's like separate the artist from like
I can't really separate that.
I can't. We can't slice and dice that. Like, nah, fam. We got to just keep the party going.
Yeah, like it pain. I don't think a lot of people understand like how much it pains me to this day not be able to talk about.
Like I was a WCW girl. I understand.
Oh, he was the man in WCW, man.
I understand.
Because wasn't he was the second generation fourth horseman too, wasn't he? Yeah, that's where I was introduced to him, and I was like, dog, I like this motherfucker a lot, and damn.
I mean, he had too many. I mean, his finisher was a flying headbutt. Like he had a lot of brain injuries. Like let's not. Yeah, wild. But I get why we can't talk about him. But I sometimes wish we could. Judge me if you want to. It's fine. But
no, I mean, it's totally understandable. But I definitely am with Paul Heyman. I mean, I don't know if y'all ever heard Paul Heyman when he finally got tired of being, when he had his ends with them.
Absolutely.
I was like, yeah, me and Paul Heyman, we right here. Like we on the same level with him right now. But yeah, it's unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? But being able to talk about all this and like talk about Sean and Gage and learning about your, you know what I'm saying, your history and everything that brought you to today. Like, so like, have you ever like, I mean, I feel like we all have had these moments like where we like kind of like took a break.
Absolutely. I did not watch Cena's first. I didn't watch most of Cena's. I got back into wrestling heavily, I would say 5 or 6 years ago. I definitely took like several years off because like after the Attitude Era, I didn't really watch a lot of what's it called? Ruthless Aggression. Did not watch a lot of that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Had to kind of go back to the archives and watch it. So like I do know I'm familiar with it, but I did not watch it in real time.
It was definitely an interesting time in the Ruthless Aggression era when Brock Lesnar had a stable of big motherfuckers, man. It was just beating everybody.
And that's where it lost me. And I was like, you know what, and at that point too, I think I was like in high school, college, where I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna watch Raw on Monday night. I'm probably gonna go out. It happens to the best of us, but yeah, I'm back here. I'm back now.
Absolutely. Like it sounds a lot like myself, because let's see, around I was watching, because it was just like it was like 01. It was like, okay. Then like 02, 03, it just got really weird.
It did. Like, wrestling got really weird for a while.
I was like, okay, I'm here, but I'm like not. And then like that's around the time I'm like a sophomore, junior in high school.
Yep,
so I'm just like, okay, yeah. Anyway, like I'm over here with the girls. You know,
exactly. Like I'm gonna go out. It's a Friday night. I'm gonna go out. Like I'm
still like going on WWE.com just to see like what's going on. Stuff
I'm still reading the dirt sheets, but I'm not.
Still reading
watching.
The dirts.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm not watching. You know what I'm
saying? Roger.com, baby. Roger.com. That was my shit.
Tapped in, and then like 06, 05, 06, 07. I'm like, oh, okay, Batista and Ray and Edge and Cena, Orton. Like I'm like, all right, I'm here. I'm cool. This is cool. Whatever. Then 08, 09 to 10, I was like, yeah, dog, I don't know what this is. I'm not watching this. This is crazy.
It just got weird. I couldn't follow it. Like the storylines were too all over the place. Like it was trying. It was doing a lot. And I was like, you know what? I don't have time.
That was Super Cena, and I was definitely like not here for Super Cena. I was like, nah, man, this ain't gonna work for me. Like, nah. And then
this ain't it, dog.
Yeah, it's not it. And then it was when Brock came back and he literally destroyed Super Cena. I was like, okay, I think I'm back. I think I'm here.
So it took Cena taking his L to get you back. I feel you.
Yeah, but I love John Cena. Like I do. I love John Cena and everything like that. And honestly, I'm gonna talk a little bit about Cena. Like when we do talk about, we get into like the Bray Wyatt thing, because there was some really, really thought provoking things I came, that came to mind when thinking back on Bray Wyatt's career and everything of that matter. But yeah, it's okay. So we good. We on the same level. We all know what it is. So I think it's a good time to like really transition into that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because especially with Ant, you know what I'm saying? I know I want to hear some Terry Funk shit, man. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the times I wish Bass was here.
Oh yeah, Bass would have told all the stories about Terry
Bass
Funk.
would have just been going crazy.
He was a historian. He was a Terry Funk historian, like Terry Funk truther. Man,
let me tell you what I want to hear first. This is what I want to hear first, and I think the people want to hear this too first. Right. Take us to ECW.
Every Terry Funk ECW match was a car crash. It was like a walking car crash, bro. Like one match that always stuck out to me, it was him, Shane Douglas. Shane Douglas was beating niggas with the belly suplex, and Sabu.
Shane Douglas.
And Sabu. Look, man, Sabu was hitting niggas in the head with chairs, right? You hit Terry Funk in the head with the chair, right? Terry Funk no-sold that shit. He was like, "You motherfucker!" And it was just crazy, man. Like Terry Funk would be yelling at you during the match and shit, everything, dude. Like another match, it was a barbed wire match with Terry Funk and Sabu. It was to the point they both were so caught up in the barbed wire that Sabu just laid on top of him. He got the pin and won the championship. So they had to like get the wire cutters to get them out of this shit. That was another one. When Terry and Dory was fighting Public Enemy. That was a funny ass. It was a boring match, but towards the end, they had one of them tied her up to their ankle and threw them over the balcony and shit. They had the motherfuckers hanging off the balcony.
Wow.
It was just, look, man, every Terry Funk match was just something. And then another one too. Sandman, it was him and Terry Funk and Cactus Jack, and this is what Terry Funk was a heel. Sandman came through and like interfered and whooped on Cactus Jack. Terry Funk went to the back and came out with a flaming branding iron. Was over there hitting Cactus Jack with it after Sandman threw a bunch of lighter fluid on him and shit. So
yo, what the fuck is
yo ECW was fucking lit. Like I just.
And then look, I ain't done yet. They out there like by the crowd and shit, by the railing and shit like that, right? Yeah. Terry Funk going crazy with that motherfucking branding iron where I bitch still on fire around the fans and shit. So it was just like, what?
Is that the branding iron he used on Mick? Is that the one where he's like standing over Mick with the branding iron? He trying to like put it like trying to burn it in his chest.
He was trying to set him on fire with that bitch, dog.
Oh my lord!
And then of course you know one of the famous scenes in ECW, all the chairs being thrown in the ring. That was Terry.
Shit!
Yo, memory unlocked.
That was Terry Funk.
Memory just got unlocked immediately.
That was Terry Funk. Dog.
That was Terry Funk.
That was Terry Funk, Cactus Jack, and Public Enemy, dog. They were like, hey, Terry Funk, like throw the chairs in the ring.
Dog, they just unloaded the whole ring was full of chairs, bro.
Hey,
oh
man,
my
look,
God.
Cactus Jack and Terry Funk got the fuck out that ring ASAP, dog, and I feel bad for Public Enemy because they had to sell that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they had underneath the chairs.
They had to sit in their ring and get buried in them chairs.
Dog, I can't tell you how many times I watched that video in tears, bro. Like I used to be in tears watching that video over. I just kept replaying it. And
that was all Terry Funk.
I gotta watch that just off the strength of just.
Right, I gotta watch that before I go to bed tonight.
Yeah.
And then one thing about Terry Funk, he was a very underrated promo.
Yeah,
he was a very underrated promo. Like you could just hear like the raw aggression in this man's voice. And his when he be talking silently, shit like, well, you know, Cactus Jack, I love the guy, and then he get red like, I'm gonna kick your ass, like all that shit, like everything. I remember he cut a promo on Raven. He like, get your ass up, Raven, and you're gonna talk to me like a man. Like it was just shit like that, man.
That is fucking crazy.
Terry Funk was. You talking about hardcore? He was hardcore.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite matches was in Japan. They had a fucking death match tournament.
Yo, what?
A death match tournament. Like there
Let me
was
Google
a death
that
match.
right quick. What the fuck is
Yes.
a death? Hold on, let me get the Googles going.
Yeah, because that's crazy. I'm sorry. Who was all involved in this, bro?
This sounds like something Moxley's gonna do. So like, let's not talk about it too much.
Yeah,
this is gonna happen.
A death match tournament. That's
it's a thing. All right, let's go on.
Yeah, like the one
2023. I'm sorry, 2003.
No, hold on, that wasn't the one. Hold on, give me 1 minute. I'm trying to find it. What was the name of that bitch? Because it was like they had, because it was damn. I'm trying to think because I remember that Terry Gordy was in the first match was Terry Gordy and Cactus Jack, and Terry Gordy was like really hitting this motherfucker in the face, like punches, like closed fist punches and shit, like all that.
You know, Terry was just like, hit me, close your fists.
Oh yeah, it was the IWA, Japan.
Yeah, I just found it.
Yeah, Japan Kawasaki Dream. That's what it was.
We're gonna bookmark that for later. Thank you.
There was.
I'll report back to you.
I'm telling you, man. Like they were just like they had like these damn boards with landmines on them, and they would throw each other on them bitches, and the bitches would blow up. Like
they'd actually blow up, unlike AEW's.
Yeah, they actually blew up, man. And then I remember the one time the ring just blew up. And then you just hear Cactus Jack on the ground, bang bang.
Now, I something in my mind telling me that New Jack was a part of this, or maybe he wasn't there yet.
He wasn't in that tournament, but New Jack has done like death matches too.
Absolutely.
I mean, New Jack stabbed the motherfucker in the ring. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
God rest his soul.
Yeah, New Jack. That's my dog, man.
Yeah. So New Jack was something else, man. Even when WCW had their weak ass hardcore title and everything, Terry Funk made that shit fun. I
mean, he did. Like, I feel like he was the one that introduced. He's the one that really introduced it to WWE.
I was gonna say
like him and Mick, because going back to the Faces of Foley, you know what I'm saying, like how much of an impact that had. You know what I'm saying. Again, that's something else I want to talk about later. Like just like because I think my actual formal introduction to Terry Funk was him as Chainsaw Charlie. when Mick was doing Cactus Jack and they was like doing tag matches, he came out with like he had the pantyhose stocking over his face, and I was just like, dude, I'm a kid at the time.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know who this is. And then like I've seen Terry Funk before, but I just did not know that was Terry Funk until I'm older.
And the craziest shit was Vince wanted him to be called Terry Funk in WWE. But this was Terry Funk idea to be called Chainsaw Charlie. Jim Cornette was pissed. He was like, motherfucker, that's Terry goddamn Funk. What is he doing? Like,
yeah, because when the ECW, and I think I explained, like, and all three of us we all know because we all from Detroit. So, WADL days, like Channel 38. That's the only time we could see ECW here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would have to be like some late Saturday night type shit. Like you just scrolling and it's just random.
Like you just happen to stumble across it.
Like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the first time I saw Rob Van Dam, and I was like, yo, this motherfucker is cool as fuck. And I said, whoa. Like, I like him.
Yeah, Terry Funk fucked him up too.
Yeah, I know. Every one of your faves that came from that
got fucked up by Terry Funk, man.
Yeah, Terry Funk had to put him through the barn burner, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Man, but no, nobody caught it worse than Cactus Jack, man. Cactus Jack used to catch it from Terry Funk, man. Like him and Raven too. Raven used to get his ass whooped by Terry Funk.
Yeah, like I rock with that a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I definitely because the one thing I respect about Terry Funk a lot is just the longevity of him. Like You know what I'm saying? Like maybe a year ago or so, you just looking, just randomly looking at the internet one day and somebody just say, yeah, Terry Funk just had a match. You're like, bro, how old is Terry Funk, bro? Like, what the fuck is he doing?
Still doing them nasty ass moonsaults and shit, man.
Yeah. Like, and it was still over. Still over. You know what I'm saying?
I implore you, watch any of the 3-way matches with him, Shane Douglas, and Sabu. The barbed wire match with him and Sabu, that was the funniest shit ever. And any Cactus Jack and Terry Funk matches, any Cactus Jack versus Terry Funk, like those have been fucking ridiculous. Like, if you want to just look for some violence, like motherfuckers bleed, all this shit.
Violence. All right, no,
that's it. There you go. Any of those Terry Funk matches, like especially just that barbed wire match, man, because that shit was insane.
Nice, real cool. Like, so I'm definitely going to definitely take on some of those suggestions because I want to tap in. I want to let. I found Terry Funk to be quite hilarious person.
Oh, I'm saying, dog, that man will be drunk during matches, dude. Like,
but to be fair, who wasn't drunk during a match?
Yeah.
Like now, you definitely can't do that.
They said this. They said because they said right after when they got pushed off of that stage in the dumpster.
Oh, by the Outlaws.
Bruce Pritchard told this story. He was just like, man, Terry Funk is one of the toughest bastards I ever seen in my life. He's like, dude, he had a hematome like something that was just up to his back down to his ass, and like a bruise like that. His wife told him to go. His wife told Bruce like, go check on Terry. He's like, oh no, it's just a hematome. I'm just gonna drink my orange juice and vodka, and I'm gonna be all right. And he just.
Put some testing on that shit.
Yeah, and then they took him to the hospital, right? He was like, "Let me get 5 more orange juices and vodka." He went there. He had that. Went to the hospital.
My nigga
came back, went to the bar, and got more. Like he was just.
I mean, to be fair, could you do those matches sober?
Fuck no.
Exactly. So therefore, it checks out, and I'm gonna rock with him.
Yeah, I have no problem with that, man. That's Terry Funk, man. Terry Funk was able to do whatever the fuck he wanted to do at that point.
Yeah, I'm definitely rocking with Terry on that one, man. Like that guy, he delivered. Terry, you know what I'm saying? Like all these great things that everyone's had to say about you. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing I will say. You're never going to see no dark side of the ring about no Terry Funk because that dude was very well respected. He never came across on no type of nobody had anything ill.
I was going to say you probably could do one on him honestly, but I don't think anyone would participate. Everyone's got some dirt. Everyone's got some skeletons, but I don't think anyone would voluntarily participate for that.
Yeah, no, fuck no.
Yeah, like nobody want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's job well done. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Absolutely, and he lived a long life, so good for him.
Yeah. So definitely rest in peace to Terry Funk,
the Funker,
and many condolences to his family.
I need a Funk U t-shirt now.
Absolutely,
I need a Funk U t-shirt.
That shirt was kind of hard. That shirt was pretty hard.
That bitch went diamond in Texas, boy.
Yeah, for sure. So I think, you know what I'm saying, like we've had, 2 in 1 week, man. You know what I'm saying? This has been like a really strange, really odd week. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just, but that's life sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So Bray Wyatt. You know what I'm saying? Like we was explaining, exactly what happened at the beginning of the show. But just like, what we did with Terry, we want to celebrate Bray too. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, you know what I'm saying? Very, very young guy, real young guy.
It's scary because he's literally my age. Like I was looking at the thing, the flash in like 1987. I was like, God damn, that's crazy. And like I've had COVID and like,
yep,
that could easily have been myself. That could have easily been anybody. Like it's crazy. And like I saw a video of him like a week ago giving a fan met him and like he looked good.
Yeah,
he looked so good. Like I was like, bet coming back.
You talking about that young boy that was outside the gate and he opened the gate?
No, it's a different one.
It's a different one.
It's a different one. It feels like it's at night. Maybe they're at the airport or something because it looks really, really random. You could tell that Bray was trying to be low key because like he didn't really do pictures. The guy happened to just have a cell phone and was recording him give this little boy an autograph. Yeah, it's not that one.
Yeah, it's because I, no matter of fact, I know what video you talking about, and like I love that video.
The video was cute.
Yeah, it was real cool, and like
And he knew the kid's name,
yeah,
and like
his
he
name,
opened the gate up,
yeah,
like
no hesitation, like he just opened it up, like ready to take pictures. Everybody was like, his father and a few others that was around was just so surprised, like the size of Bray, like how big he was. You know what I'm saying? They was like, oh, how big are you? You know what I'm saying? And it just only like made it more special for that kid because he just like, man, this guy right here is the biggest guy in the world to me. Like he's large. That's the whole idea, the larger than life thing that they want, that they sell these talents as, you know what I'm saying, for these kids. And that's something that kid is never going to forget.
Absolutely not.
For sure. But like how we were talking about, like, those breaks in time where we were like away from wrestling, and everything like that, 08, 09-ish era. Because when I came back, you know what I'm saying, we was in that early stage of NXT and everything. So around that time as the Nexus was taking place and everything like that. And if you look back then, Bray Wyatt didn't look like Bray Wyatt. He was Husky Harris.
He was Husky Harris like a motherfucker.
He was Husky. He was Husky, kids.
You know what I'm saying? By the time, like, I think, 2013, 14 rolled around, he was, when he was doing the NXT thing as, the Wyatt family, I was like, wait a minute, that's Husky Harris? I was like, holy shit.
I got something for you. Yeah. He was something before Bray Wyatt. He was Axel Mulligan.
Okay, yeah, that was the FCW, right?
Yeah, he was Axel Mulligan. His finish was a Stone Cold Stunner and shit. He was hitting that bitch clean too. He had a mask on and everything. He looked kind of like Lobo. He had a mask on, the hair was out and everything. He was hitting niggas with the stunner and all that shit. Because I remember I seen one match that they were doing the FCW with that gimmick. It was an interesting gimmick because when you think about it, like when he had his match with LA Knight, when he put the mask on, that was like kind of the Axel Mulligan mask that he had on.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
didn't know that. So that was a callback to that. So that's the thing right there. That goes, like, when you think of the outside of the ring things, that the creativeness of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go back to Husky Harris, that was just a byproduct of what Vince probably wanted at the time. Like, you're green, so this is the character you're gonna be right now. You know what I'm saying? Until you go down to developmental or whatever. Like. That was really my first, introduction to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know about you two. I'm sure y'all want to tap in on yours as well too. But I'll pass it off to Gabby if you wanted it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was your first, like, the first time you saw Bray, you were like, oh, okay.
So I actually missed most of the Wyatt family. Unfortunately, I had to kind of go back and watch it. So I would say, like, my first true introduction to Bray would be the Fiend and the Firefly Funhouse. Actually,
wow,
yeah.
And that's
the Bray was my introduction to Bray,
and that's cool. That's really cool because a lot of people was a lot of fans was really, really rocking with Bray with the Firefly Funhouse and the Fiend. Like, they was really.
I love the fact that he was able to do both, kind of honestly sometimes in the same damn night. Like, do you know how hard it is to switch it on and off to two completely different characters, from like this bubbly Funhouse guy to like this creepy monster immediately? Insane.
Yeah. Like, one thing that that really struck, like really, really got my attention, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love characters, you know what I'm saying? I love characters and like character development. And when I first saw him in NXT, you know what I'm saying? He's got that southern, he got that southern cult leader gimmick. I said, yo, what the so it's like, I don't know if you're a gamer or not. I mean, me and Ann are. Okay, so like
Far Cry.
Yeah, bro. Joseph C, bro. I said, dog, that's Bray Wyatt. I was like, holy shit. Like, I thought that shit was so cool because I'm just like, yo, it was so cool. I just couldn't even really pay attention to the wrestling. I was just like, bro, like I really rocking with this whole, and it's just like he sold it so well. You know what I'm saying? Like he sold it so well. He acted it all out so well. And the thing is, it's so amazing, like how he was able to make that character and to create and to act out as that character. But then behind scenes, he's like everybody loved Bray. They said he's like the most loving, sweetest guy ever. But when he was out there, he was just straight evil and manipulative and just, you know what I'm saying? Like literally just calling all the fans his buzzards. Like these are my followers. Like
even like the raspy voice and shit, man. Like it was just like, he's really in a character with this shit.
But I mean, he's a wrestler, he's a third generation wrestler. So like it checks out that he knows these things. He knows how to get into character. He knows development. He knows like the little things to kind of get you and hook you.
I mean, like, look at the lineage. Like Barry Windham is his uncle. You know what I'm saying? His father is IRS. His grandfather was like a wrestler. Like, it's just like it was only destined for him to be great. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely feel 100% that he delivered. 100%.
Absolutely.
Honestly, was very much so ahead of his time too. When he was down there, like, not many people at that time frame was able to be in NXT to have a fully fleshed out character that was ready, main roster ready out the gate.
And then putting them with Luke Harper and Eric Rowan too.
Yeah, like being able to carry those guys. You know, you got early Braun Strowman with them. You know what I'm saying? As the black sheep of the Wyatt family. It was just like I don't look. For the listeners that hear this or watchers that view this, like, I don't think y'all understood how it hit so much when you would see that lantern come up during that before they come out and he just say "we here" and he blows it out and it just goes dark. It was no pop like that, bro, back then.
Dog, and like when they first got to the main roster and they first person they attacked was Kane, like I was like, oh, that was real. And then his first match was a fucking Inferno match. Shit was insane.
Your first match, like, I don't think y'all understand. Like, his first match was an Inferno match. It was a gimmick match. Like, those aren't easy matches.
No, they're not
at all.
They are not. They are not. Also, my favorite thing ever was the Wyatt family versus the Shield.
Yes, that I do know about.
That shit was incredible. And then, like, you seen how it all played out. When they jumped in the ring, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins scrapping with Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. Then you got Roman outside arguing with Bray Wyatt. Get their asses out! He was saying that. He was yelling at him and shit. And then Bray just hit the shit out of Roman. They over there scrapping and everything. That shit was crazy. When the Wyatt family was terrorizing Daniel Bryan.
When they made him join the Wyatt family.
They were terrorizing his ass, man. CM Punk getting his ass whooped by the Shield. It was a time, man. It was really a time.
I also loved like the synergy between Bray and Brody. Well, Luke Harper back then, Brody Lee and Eric Rowan back then. Like how you knew he was they were his followers. Like they only would listen to him. Yeah, he's the one. So he would run in the ring and stop them. Like, stop right now. And like he would just control them. It was so beautifully like performed and like well written and just we're never going to see anything like that again. Like it's a shame that really like when we look at it, like literally the only member of the Wyatt family left is Eric Rowan. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm glad that he was there tonight. I had a feeling they would bring him in, but I do know that he has obviously done work with AEW. But I'm glad that they were able to get him and Braun in.
Yeah, absolutely. Because Braun was out hurt. And he got the neck surgery, so I was really happy to see them two tonight for sure. Like I was like, oh shit, Redbeard's here. Like, oh good.
And Alexa Bliss, she did a video. She tried to come, but with the travel last minute, she couldn't get a flight in before the show ended.
Yeah, I was glad to see those guys, and to see they put out the rocking chairs. Like I was just like, wow.
That's what got me.
Yeah,
that
like
rocking
I
chair
was
got me.
I wasn't good, but I was like, all right, I'm not gonna break down. And then
yeah,
they
fucking rocking
cut
chair.
back, and you could
Fucking
see
rocking chair,
Braun
man.
putting the rocking chair, and I was like, all right, I'm done.
yeah. I just couldn't take it. Like I
I was
mean,
like, all right, we're done
and
here. It was
seeing
an
everybody
amazing
else.
package too. Like that
Yeah.
6-minute package they
Did
had was.
did anybody see Bo? Or I don't think Bo was there.
No, I
I
didn't
don't
see
think
Bo.
Bo was
I
there.
don't
I
think he
didn't see
was
Bo.
there.
No,
I cannot
I
imagine.
couldn't
I can't
him being
imagine Bo. Like right now, I feel like Bo is probably around them babies.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He
he's
has
with them
4 little
babies, man.
girls. Like
Yeah,
no.
yeah, he's around them babies right now, man. Because like JoJo's got to be going through it. Like definitely well wishes and everything. Only love and light to JoJo and those kids, man, for sure.
Absolutely.
But
Indeed,
yeah,
man.
it was hard. It was really and shout out to the production team as always showing up with the packages, man. Because
And the
that
QR codes too.
yes, and putting the QR codes because I was wondering, I was like, man,
So
like
I didn't have time to go and like snap them, but I did go on Twitter and they went to various matches.
yeah,
His introduction to
Mhm.
main roster, I believe.
Yeah.
Some NXT stuff. So like shout out to them for putting that together very quickly because
Yeah.
it's only been over 24 hours just now. Like it's
Yeah. And being able to put that together and to do it that way, I appreciate that because you got to remember like this is how quick like stories change and everything like that. Like the QR codes was a huge big deal like last summer when he was on his way back after before Extreme Rules and all that stuff. Like the QR code was huge. So to be able to still put a piece of him in that tribute, you know what I'm saying? To be able to link that to like special
I
moments.
appreciate the fact they
Yeah.
also put in Brody.
Yes.
Because like I was hoping that they would. Obviously that was a very big part, but WWE does weird shit sometimes. So let's be honest. So I was very glad that they included Brody Lee in that. And even like in their pictures they posted on Instagram and social media, they included him and Brody Lee.
Yeah. Like I feel like you had to, man. Like there was no like, you know what I'm saying? I think you have to put kayfabe down. You know what I mean? Like we have to put that down. We have to put down.
I agree, but WWE does some weird shit sometimes.
Yeah, they do some
so like
weird
I wasn't
shit.
sure.
Yeah.
I was hoping that they would do the right thing.
Yeah.
But I mean they acknowledged Brody, so I should have known that
Absolutely.
they would continue to keep the party going. And obviously his family was just at Mania supporting Cody.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. So I think it was really very well put together. For sure tonight. And I don't think they're done yet either because I think on Raw Monday they're gonna have even more tribute times for
absolutely because not everyone could come into town immediately.
Yeah.
I mean, Seth Rollins said that he could, but he's just like, I don't know if you guys saw the video that Seth.
Yeah, I watched.
Like,
it was really
hard.
Hard.
Like he's like, I need to be with my family right now. I can't. Yeah. And I think that's what Bray would want. Yeah. That's what got me when he said, like, when Bray told me to go look at my baby girl and I'm gonna just hang out with my baby girl. I was like, okay, crying tears now because.
Yeah, that was pretty rough because I that's one thing I kind of appreciate in this period of where we are with wrestling and just just all around etiquette and social media and all that, like that they're not doing the testimonials on TV. Like I don't think we could really do that right now in 2023. Like,
no.
You know what I'm saying? It's too much raw emotion right now. And I think
even the packages they had when Jay Briscoe died, like those were the Ring of Honor ones. I didn't watch that. I couldn't watch it because I don't want to watch grown men cry. And I understand that grown men cry, like, and I certainly support that, but like it's just hard watching your Samoa Joes and breaking down on TV. Like I'm not in the space to view that. And I think that's something that everyone needs to be able to push play on when they're ready. Everyone's ready.
Speaking of Jay Briscoe, I cried when Mark Briscoe came out there for that match against Jay Lethal.
Oh yeah,
that was rough. But his energy was up there, man.
So I met him at the airport that day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
I have a picture with him. I met him at the airport. I was flying back from a work trip, and I was sitting there, and I'm in Baltimore. And he's about 2 hours out of Baltimore, so he flies out of the same airport. And I was walking through the airport, and my heart dropped, and I was like, "That is Mark Briscoe." And I was like, "I want to talk to him, but I don't want to be that person." So I just went and sat, and we were chill. He was talking to some other people from Ring of Honor, and it was him and his wife. They were kicking, and I was like, "You know what? Go ahead and do it." So I was like, "Hi, Mr. Briscoe. You had a good match last night. I hope all is well." He was like, "Girl, come here, give me a picture." Could have promo for me and everything. And I was like, "Okay, we're good." Like, but I was like, but even then, like, I didn't want to approach him because I'm like, this man literally lost his brother a week ago. He buried his brother on Sunday, and now he's here. Like, this is insane. And his energy was just ridiculous. Like, he literally was like, "Girl, come here." Like, his country voice, and his wife was like, "Hey, girl, I'll get the picture for you." Like, insane.
Those it's just like we've lost. We've been losing a few, man. Like it just, and it's been like shocking periods of like loss. Like it's just, it's just really unfortunate that we have to talk about them in this tense right now.
And that's they're saying on Busted Open, like Tommy Dreamer was on. I know how much we love him. But he was very honest in saying, like, yes, Terry Funk died. When he passed away, it hurt me because I knew him personally, and he went on that. He's like, but also that man was 70 years old. Yeah. It's a different kind of hit when you're talking about a 36-year-old man dying of a heart attack.
Yeah.
Like, yes, your heroes get old, unfortunately, and we all will get old one day, and that is part of life. But when you hear like someone literally our age going from a heart attack, it's like,
and then
that's when it hits you. You're Jay Briscoe, who was in a car accident, freak accident. Like, that's when it's like, what? Like, what's happening? Then you hear about it on social media, and like, I understand social media is how we hear about things, but like, it's also like a level of like, what? Because you're just scrolling the gram, you're scrolling Twitter, and you're like, 'cause I happen to see the Bray Wyatt thing in a Facebook group. I was like, this isn't real. Why would somebody Photoshop that? And I went to Triple H's page and was like, oh shit, this is real.
I was hoping he was hacked too. I was hoping
somebody hacked. I'm like, that is a terrible joke. That is not funny. Let me go to his page. I was like, oh wait, no, this is real. And the same thing with the Jay Briscoe thing. Like, someone texted me and was like, because again, I'm in Baltimore, I'm local. Like, that was considered my local news. And I'm like, no. And then literally, I kid y'all not, within like 3 minutes, Tony Khan was tweeting out about the car accident. I was like, what? That's real? Like, that happened?
Yeah.
It's wild how we get our news as opposed to how we used to get it back in the day.
Absolutely. Because, like, I mean, it's just kind of like a double. It's kind of, it brings me back to revisiting certain moments, like when these things happen, like, because, Kobe Bryant's birthday was literally yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So some people, they want to say, hey, what were you doing when Kobe passed? It's like, bro, I don't want to revisit that shit because it was like fucking shocking, bro. Like, it's me looking in a group chat and I'm like, yo, what? It just doesn't seem real. Like,
and then you hear about his daughter being there. Like, right. It's like things you don't want to talk about. Like,
it's like, yo, what? And then like those same feelings started to come back when I opened my phone yesterday and I look in the group chat and there's Triple H screenshot and I said, and the thing is, it's like Hunter's paragraph was so long. So I'm like, reading. I'm like, okay, I got to get to the end of this. What the fuck is going on? And then I'm like, Bray Wyatt?
Because you referred to him by his full name.
Yeah.
You're like, wait, who's that? Because you're not thinking, you know who that is, but you're not thinking like that's who that is.
I'm like, huh? So and it's Kobe's birthday. So I'm like already thinking about that review. So now I gotta remember on Kobe Bryant's birthday, Bray Wyatt passed. Like, great, like this sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just wasn't, it's so unfortunate, you know what I'm saying, that's what happened and that's how it happened. And it's so young. Like, I'm the same age as him. You see that 1980, like you said before, you see that 1987 thing right there, and I'm like,
fuck me up, man. Fuck me up. I sat there and I just looked at that shit. I just looked at everything. I'm to be perfectly honest with you, I still can't process it right now.
Yeah, it's still pretty rough to process right now. It is. Like, it is. Like, I was very excited to see him back last summer. You know, we were like in our how many episodes? Like maybe our 7th episode around that time, and we was like he was literally our cover that week. You know what I'm saying? And he's our cover. Of course, he's our cover this week again. Like, and now I'm like, damn, like I got a Bray Wyatt's on my cover, and it's not because something exciting happened. It's because we gotta acknowledge his passing. So it's just kind of like, yeah, it's rough. That's pretty rough.
It's crazy. I looked over to the side of me, and I went to Mania this year, and I originally, long story short, I ended up getting floor tickets. I ended up flipping my floor tickets for a suite ticket, but I kept the floor ticket package. We got the chairs. Yeah. And on my chair, front and center, is Bray Wyatt. And I just looked over and realized that the chair, and I was like, yeah, he was supposed to have that moment at Mania, right? Like, what if he had that moment at Mania?
And that
it's wild.
And that right there takes me to like my favorite moment with Bray Wyatt, where I found out just how special he was. Like when I figured out how special he was, like WrestleMania 30. The match he had with John Cena. That is probably one of the best video package I've ever seen produced by WWE ever. Like the whole that I think what made him special in that was the fact he finally made John Cena look human.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like we was already past the Super Cena thing with Brock. But then again, it's like, oh no, wait, John. Actually, you're a fraud too. You know what I'm saying? Like you're a fraud. Like you think you out here with these kids.
Superhuman.
You're superhuman among these kids. I'm gonna show you that these kids see you the same way that I do. And I'm just like, holy shit. Like I think that's when he had the kid in the goat mask. And John took it off and the kid was singing, she got the whole world in his hands. I said, this Bray, this motherfucker's special, bro. Like I was like, yeah.
Dog, one thing Cena did, he used to fuck Bray up, man. He would have him ring steps in the ring. Yeah. He'll run and throw them bitches at Bray, and Bray would catch them bitches and get hit in the face. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like Cena was trying to kill that man, dog.
Yeah. And it was just like, and it made Cena look so vulnerable.
Yeah, it made him look very vulnerable.
And that only fast forwards to the lockdown WrestleMania, where they did the Firefly Funhouse segment with Cena was going through the different.
That was a fun series.
Yeah, like that was so cool. Like I love how much John Cena gave him. Like I love that.
I've been seeing clips of it like all day on Twitter.
Yeah.
Of all of the clips from that, all the jokes that we got from Bray Wyatt, like.
Yeah, like it was real special to see that. Like Cena was just like, all right, okay, Windham, you take the reins on this. I'ma follow. Like, you want me to dress up as my ruthless aggression person? I got
you. Right.
You want me to tease never going heel and join the NWO? I got you.
You want to expect from the Bella Twins? Let's go.
Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Like it just that goes to, like, again, that shows you the genius that Bray had. You know what I'm saying? Like that right there was just very, very special indeed.
Yeah.
And you got anything?
Man, really, dude. I loved his feud with Dean Ambrose because it was just crazy versus crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like when he jumped Dean and when Dean had his Hell in a Cell match with Seth Rollins and he came in the ring and started beating Dean Ambrose's ass like shit like that. I loved his feud with Finn. Him and Finn were like that was dope. And I was loving the direction he was going with this new character. Like, I really love that direction right there. Like, the perfect foil for him was LA Knight at that time, you know. Then bringing in Uncle Howdy. Uncle Howdy, I don't know what it is with me, man, but I was a big Uncle Howdy fan.
It's probably because you didn't know what it was or you didn't know where it was going. So, like, there was like the fear of the unknown, but like the love of the unknown. Like you don't know where that was going. So I think that's probably what you're.
You just see Uncle Howdy come up. He hit Bray Wyatt with the Sister Abigail and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then Royal Rumble, Uncle Howdy jump off that large thing and just give LA Knight that elbow drop and everything just blows up. It was just like, oh yeah, I'm fucking with Uncle Howdy.
And his last moments were in the ring with his brother.
Yeah.
And I can I think we can appreciate that. Like, yes,
Absolutely.
he had that Mountain Dew match. Okay.
Yeah.
We know what that was. But his last moments in the ring were with his brother. So
beating Hit Rose ass.
And there you go. And I hate Hit Rose. So anytime
turn that up.
That AJ is taking the L, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I hope it's Hit Row.
Please turn it up. I love it.
I
think sweet music to my ears.
Like that's fine.
Yeah, Uncle Howdy. Yeah, Uncle Howdy and the name Uncle Howdy, dog.
Exactly. What?
I really truly have a theory that if Bray was if he was in better condition to perform, I think Uncle Howdy really would have had taken a huge back seat until it was ready. Like I think Bo had to jump in for his brother because he couldn't do the, you know what I'm saying? He couldn't just go in and attack Bobby Lashley because he just probably wasn't in the best form at that time. So it was just they had to change up a lot. I feel like they had to change up a lot for that to take place. Because I don't feel like Uncle Howdy was supposed to be getting that much action in as he did.
It's funny, but now that you said it out loud, that actually checks out. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Now that we understand what happened, unfortunately, I think that makes a lot of sense. I think Uncle Howdy was really supposed to be more of a background character. In my mind, if I'm thinking like Bray, Uncle Howdy is the person that's in the driver's seat right now, that's taking him between good and evil.
Yep.
That's what I think that was, because when he came back last year, when he did that promo and the way that he was talking, it was like Uncle Howdy was trying to he was trying to break through Uncle Howdy. I'm trying to release myself from him.
One thing you notice when he was like, I'm fighting these urges, my brother.
Yeah, that's Uncle Howdy he's fighting. You know what I'm saying? He's like, look, I'm trying to do good, man, but you please, stop. You know what I'm saying? I really wish, man, it sucks because
you see how important he was in storylines, because the whole Alexa Bliss thing too, when it was just Alexa Bliss in the Firefly Funhouse with Lily, it wasn't hidden the same way it was when it was hitting when Bray was there.
Yeah.
And it's no shade to Alexa Bliss. I love heel Alexa Bliss. I think she should come back as a heel. I think she should always be a heel. Her babyface era was meh. But no, you can definitely see how much he needed to be in that picture for that storyline to make sense. Because it got really weird really quickly when he stepped away.
It did. It was just again, it's just a lot of you got to go back and you got to give a lot of grace to certain situations that happen, because you don't know what condition he was in at those times or whatever.
I hope that people leave Keith Lee alone now.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but
I'm one of them that probably has to leave. I have to leave Keith Lee alone.
I think we all are guilty of talking shit about Keith Lee, right? Let's be honest. I've talked my things about Keith Lee. We all have. But I hope now people say, you know what? Maybe we should leave people the fuck alone. We're not going to. They're not. I might, but they're not going to, because Chadwick Boseman taught us nothing. Because we as humans can be trash.
Absolutely.
But I genuinely hope that people relax on Keith Lee, because that man had COVID and it almost killed him. And the fact that he made it back to the ring and he's still back in the ring. Let that man cook. Let him have some squash matches and then work his way back up to where he needs to be. Give him that grace,
And that's if he wants to even go that far. If he wants,
and that's true too.
I don't want to do this no more.
Everybody wants to be a world champion, man.
I don't want to do this no more, and I'm for real.
If he wants to collect his check and sit in catering, let him.
Yeah. It's time to. I think through this unfortunate event, a lot of lessons are here to be learned. You know what I'm saying? For us to look at the human aspect of things, opposed to being a dickhead because somebody just didn't get it together. You know what I'm saying? For Keith Lee's situation, which is basically the same thing, for him to be doing this is nothing short of a miracle. Now that you see what happened with Bray, you know what I'm saying? You kind of gotta be very graceful in that and thankful, because nobody wants anyone to pass on. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to see these people continue to collect
another
their
black man that's
checks.
our age. Like, no, I do
Yeah,
not want to see anything happen to another black man
no,
that's my age. You know what I mean? Like,
not
no.
especially. I'm seeing his wife on television every week. Like, I want to continue to see her on TV
Mm-hmm.
and working, not be a widow. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just we gotta grow up a little bit with that for real too. And I'm guilty of it myself.
100%.
Um, but yeah, yeah, Bray. Yeah, man, that was a special cat. That was a cool dude. It was a real funny tweet. I think it was Space Ghost Pert that tweet about. He was like, "Yeah, Bray Wyatt is real Florida shit, like for real." So
Absolutely.
and I felt that. I felt that. That's a legendary tweet now. Like that's going in the Hall of Fame right there. That's a
Pen
Hall
it.
of Fame tweet. Yeah, for sure. Um, But yeah, man, like I certainly appreciate. I think something like I didn't get to see the end of it. Everybody is going crazy about the ending of SmackDown right now. I hadn't been able to see it or whatever, but I'm sure I'm gonna go back and take a look at it. But yeah, so yeah, I'm trying to think. Was there any more Bray stuff that I really enjoyed? Because it was so much, man. Like I know the Cena stuff. The Shield that you brought up, and that was really cool. I definitely loved the the oh my gosh, the first time he won the championship. I was here that night. I was there for it. You know what I'm saying? Did he win an elimination chamber or did he beat AJ Styles
I think he
for it?
won the elimination chamber.
Okay, yeah. I think that's when he won that. Some funny things from Bray was by far uh the remix of the deletion, with
Oh
Matt
yeah,
Hardy.
Matt Hardy. Yeah.
That was some funny
You
shit.
got to give Matt Hardy that one, dog. They pulled that one off. They did pull
Yeah.
that one off, man. Even when he was walking up, because he was with Finn. I was Jeff Hardy was with Finn, and he looked up. Matt Hardy walked up and shit on the broken mat, and then here come Bray. He walk up on him. He's like, "Brother Nero." And then Seth and Finn looking at what the fuck is like? What the fuck is this shit? He was like, "That's family, man."
Yeah, like that's some weird family shit right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that was cool. I don't care what nobody said. Look, I do not have a problem with the Hell in the Cell match between them two, between Seth and Bray. When it went red and everybody booing and all that shit, I was okay. I don't know about nobody else, but you know,
It was
a match.
It
was
was
a
a story.
match.
It was
Yeah.
a story. It just told a story in that bitch. And then you couldn't take Bray down. You couldn't take Bray down. Like that's what it was.
Another thing I want to point out, and
What's
I
up?
don't know if anybody's ever fucking really thought about this or realized that. Do y'all understand every person that Bray beat as the Fiend ended up turning heel?
Yep. Yeah,
Like
when he beat Seth went ahead and became a fucking
the Monday Night Messiah.
the Monday Night Messiah and shit. He's over there poking niggas' eyes out and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
he beat Roman. Roman comes back and becomes the tribal chief.
wait a minute. No, wait a minute. He said the Fiend. No, Roman never faced the Fiend.
No, he didn't beat the. No, he didn't face the Fiend. It was what the fuck. What?
Wait, didn't he take the strap from Bray Wyatt?
He took the strap from
He
Bray
beat
Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt. Yeah, he
Bray
beat
Wyatt.
the Bray
He
Wyatt.
did, but he never faced like Bray.
Fiend.
Yeah, he never faced the Fiend before he turned into the tribal chief.
So was it something that happened to Roman before he left?
He was supposed to fight Goldberg for the title, but it didn't happen.
Okay, so correct me on that one. Okay, Seth turns, Finn turned. Who else turned? I feel like did AJ Styles turn?
No.
No, I don't think.
AJ Styles has always been babyface.
I don't think he.
Well, except that time to beat up John Cena portion when
that
they
doesn't really count.
No,
that was the initial.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't.
No,
really
he was a heel when he was fighting Ricochet though for the United States title.
Wasn't he a heel with Almost when he was attacking with Almost?
Now Randy Orton went heel after he fought the Fiend.
Okay, yeah, it was
Yeah,
Randy Orton.
when he set the Fiend on fire and shit.
Yeah.
So, but you know that brought back old Randy Orton when he did that shit.
Yeah, man. But it was like I just kept seeing like a pattern. I was like, okay, people. So I was like, so the Fiend is all evil, so he makes people turn evil. Like, I'm like, yo, that's some Bray. I was like, you know what?
Long-term storytelling, baby.
Yeah, man. I'm like, Bray, you was a genius, bro. You know what I'm saying? But
one thing I kind of wish she would have did just to like show a motherfucker who really run this shit. He went down to NXT and checked Joe Gacy.
Oh man. Oh man.
So many what ifs.
Yeah, man. Cause I that was one of my like in the back of my mind sort of kind of fantasy prediction type deal that I was like, cause that was my thing. I was like, if Bray can't go, like if he can't go and he needs to be like the controlling puppeteer for somebody. I said, man, give him that motherfucker Joe Gacy. I said, give him Joe Gacy. Joe Gacy will go in that ring for him. I was like, man, it saddens me that we won't see that. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
But overall, man, you know, many great things to come from Bray. Many great things to look back on. Those babies, I'm so sorry. I'm really am. I'm sorry, but I hope that they will be able to see him through all of this content and footage archive. Of course, it's not the same, but just to see those great things that their dad did while he was here, you know what I'm saying? Even if you don't even go in that direction with your life, you know what I'm saying? Like if you don't want to do nothing to do with wrestling, anything like that, if you can just, you know, that if they got that to look back on, you know what I'm saying? I hope that they are able to do that and feel his love through that a little bit there too. But definitely our condolences to the entire family and to everybody in WWE industry wide and everything like that. You know, rest in peace to Bray Wyatt for sure.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, outside of that, Sunday there is AEW All In. We discussed the card last week. We did talk about that. But yeah, they're going up. They're going up this weekend. Woo.
Gabby, how you feel about it?
Yeah. How do you feel?
I don't feel about it. It's just not really an answer. But like I'm upset that there's literally that big ass card and a pre-show and there's only one fucking women's match. That's what upsets the fuck out of me. You set up these hook matches and all of this shit on Wednesday night, and like you literally have a mid-card championship that you don't do shit with. Why does she not have a match? Where the fuck is Willow? Like you have a Ring of Honor match in the pre-card. Where the fuck is Athena? That's what bothers me about this. And I'm not trying to take anything away from the women's match that they have, but come the fuck on, Tony Khan. It is 2023 and you have one women's match on. And they're like, oh, it's because in the first All In they only had women's match. They're trying to run that back. Bullshit.
What?
That's what I heard. Bullshit.
He gaslighted like that?
That's what I heard. That's what I read online. I don't know who. I have to go find the tweet. I'll send it to you. But yes. Bullshit. That is my biggest issue with this card is that you have 50,000 matches and a fucking pre-card and you don't have Athena, who is probably the best women's champion they got right now in all of wrestling. I'm willing to go on that hill. And you don't have a match for her. You have Statlander. You ain't got a match for her. I am upset about that. And I'm not okay. So I'm going to order it because wrestling fan, going to order it. Might even have a viewing party for it. But I'm pissed off that they have that card and there is one women's match on it. And I don't give a fuck who wins that match. Honestly. I don't give a fuck if I don't give a fuck if she does retains. I don't give a fuck if it goes to Britt Baker. Only person I do not want to win is Saraya. Fuck her. I'm good. But I don't give a fuck. That is my biggest issue with that. They need some women's matches and they need to figure it the fuck out ASAP because they have so much talent in that locker room. Again, you have Athena. Like, Athena is the best champion out of all of wrestling right now. She is on the greatest run of her career, and she is hanging out in AEW, NXT, aka Ring of Honor. I'll die on that hill too. Ring of Honor is nothing but NXT, but Tony Khan is not going to admit that because he wants to be the opposite of Vince McMahon. It's the same fucking thing. Sorry, I went on a rant, but
no, please.
That is my issue.
Please go
with
on.
women's wrestling these days. Like, they need to figure that shit out. AEW needs to figure that shit out like ASAP.
I think the biggest slap in the face for women on that card is the fact that you got two motherfuckers in the 0 hour, they like to call it,
the pre-show,
that are also going to wrestle for your world championship.
But you can't get Athena on a match.
I'm like, where does that make sense? I don't look the excuse of, oh, well, the pre-show is when people like it's 90,000 people coming into the stadium, so
I don't give a fuck.
It's like, bro, that's bullshit. Like, I don't want to hear that shit. You know this doesn't make sense, and you worked yourself into a wall. That's what you did. You booked yourself into a wall, and you trying to ride a wave off this little fucking goofy ass buddy cop shit you doing with Adam Cole and MJF. I swear to God, if y'all do a turn when people are walking in that stadium, that by far is going to be the absolute worst thing y'all have ever done this year alone.
And then also, it's fucking predictable as fuck.
To turn Adam Cole when nobody's in that stadium is stupid as fuck.
And like, also, we all know where this is going, right? We all know Adam Cole's gonna win, and it's gonna be some fuck shit in that contract that he didn't fucking read, and then we're gonna have to run it back in All Out. So like, we know that going into it too. Like, it's just, I hate Tony Khan for the fact that his booking is so predictable. You know who's gonna win. I like going into matches and being like, you know what? This could go either way. I'm down for that.
Booker of the year though. Booker of the year. Booker of the year.
They just gave him that. He paid for that. He wrote them a check and they gave it to him. Because it should. We all know it should be NXT and Triple H, but that is here nor there. My issue is that they treat that women's division like trash, and they need to figure that shit out. And I just hate the fact that I look at all of their things and you know who's gonna win, and that annoys the fuck out of me. Like, why did the Hardy Boys fucking fight the main event for Dynamite? Why was it the Hardy Boys versus the Ring of Honor tag team? You know who was going to win that match. Why is it the main event? Why did you open with the guns? Like, the whole thing was stupid. Like, I just need him to stop lazy booking, and it's ridiculous at this point, and it's embarrassing for the women's division.
What?
It's embarrassing.
And then the one thing I don't understand that came from Dynamite. Now, look, I really see. We have an AEW correspondent on shout out to Marcel. We have an AEW correspondent on our show. He sends us audio, so he kind of helps me not have to watch.
I feel
so you. If I'm AR Fox and Swerve was supposed to have a tag match at All In. Why before All In y'all have Swerve turn on AR Fox?
To join back to Darby Allin, who beat the shit out of your 18-year-old friends like 2 weeks ago, almost killed that nigga twice. And it's just cool. Like, the whole thing is terrible because honestly, AR Fox is a really good wrestler. He gets fucking busy in the ring. He's also trained your favorites, by the way, too. Yeah. He has an interview on Jericho. I hate Jericho, but I listen to it every once in a while if he has a good spot. It's actually worth a listen. It's a good 45-minute interview. I suggest you listen to it in the background while you're doing something else. But AR Fox trained your favorites. Yeah. So, like, I don't understand for you to bring him up, to have him in this weird feud thing and join and Swerve and then being kicked out. I wanted to see two black men in Wembley team up together. And it's like, you got robbed of that because I don't fucking care about Brian Cage. I don't care about him. Do you? No, you don't. Like, what? Unless AR Fox has some visa issues that we don't know about, which is possible.
That's why. Okay, that's when.
But I don't know that. I could be making that up. I don't know what's happening.
Hey, look. How about this? If he had visa issues, why don't you do like an injury angle,
like you did with Ray Phoenix?
They did do an injury angle.
He couldn't get over there.
He couldn't get over there. That did happen.
I just think because Aaron Fox is black, that's probably why.
But you also got Ag Assault Man being able to go over there too. You know, aggravated assault with a firearm. Our good friend Cash Wheeler that we were talking about last week. But you know, that's not here nor there.
I don't understand. So therefore, like I'm gonna watch it, but I don't care to watch it. But I'm gonna watch it. We'll see. But also, like, I need him to build a fucking card for All Out because I have tickets to that, and I'm gonna be pissed if I fucking see some fucking what do they have right now? Darby Allin versus Luchasaurus. Like, give me more. I don't give a fuck about Powerhouse Hobbs fighting whoever the fuck he's fighting. If they don't build that fucking card, you want me to go and buy these tickets, and you want us to do these great things, but like, you don't build your card until the last minute. Like, I need him to do better at that too. Like. Get your shit together, Tony Khan. Sorry, I went on a whole I hate Tony Khan. That is not what we were supposed to be doing right now.
No, and it's fine because I have just the most amazing follow up to Tony Khan being Booker of the Year, and here you have it. The fuck out of here. The fuck out. Ain't no fucking Booker of the Year.
Tony Khan is nothing but Vince McMahon Jr.
But
niggas don't want to hear that. Niggas do not want to hear that shit.
Vince a better Booker though. Vince a better Booker.
Vince a way better Booker. Like Vince.
I mean, me and you've had discussions before where I was like, he should have just went ahead and hired Eric Bischoff instead of trying to take a shit on him. But that is here nor there.
Shout out to Eric Bischoff.
Shout out to Eric Bischoff.
That's my guy. Shout out to my guy.
Yeah, like Tony. And the other problem with Tony, I mean, like I said, we said this all. He's too much of a CM Punk mark. So he's literally.
Oh, you mean the guy who really runs AEW, CM Punk?
Yeah, like he's
the guy who over there walking up on everybody trying to approach him like.
But I ain't gonna hold you. Apparently, Punk books Collision. I actually really like Collision.
It seems to be the general.
However, we all know that's not gonna last long because honestly, Rampage was popping too, and that shit was what. Real quick. So like I give Collision. We'll see how Collision is doing in like November. Put a pin in that and bring me back for that. We'll talk about that in November because we all know they all start off hot and they just go.
College football is going to throw Collision their keys and tell them
100%. So like I said, put a pin in that.
You get an Alabama SEC game. Oh, Nick Saban.
Nick Saban. Yeah.
Rap.
Yeah. Hey. Cut it early. Cut it early. We out of here. But yeah, that's definitely our general concern. Look, when it comes to All Out, I have no idea what the fuck y'all are going to do. I really don't. A week turnaround is
all
crazy.
He's going to do is run back half the card from All In. Honestly, it's going to be happening. You're going to run Adam Cole and
your rubber matches.
100%.
Yeah.
You're going to get Ricky Starks versus Punk. You're gonna get because Ricky Starks' suspension ends right on time for that. Like, I know what the card is for All Out, but it's also the 1 year anniversary of Brawl Out. So like, I kind of want to be there for it.
Oh boy. Oh man. Oh boy.
Shout out to my guy Ace Steel though. Shout out to my nigga Ace Steel.
Man, get the fuck
with the severance package.
The severance package for getting rehired and you get back pay.
Hey, that's the real forbidden door, bro. That's the real forbidden door.
I need friends like CM Punk, man. Not that type of CM Punk. That type of CM Punk, not this other motherfucker, but that type of CM Punk.
I ain't never heard of a nigga getting fired and getting back pay. That's crazy.
And I work in HR, and I ain't never heard that shit either. So.
Like, excuse me, like, yeah, Tony kissing ass, bro. He kissing that man's ass.
After he embarrassed him like that, you proceed to then kiss it. Like, it's just wild to me. Like, yo, being a white man in America is like wild.
Insane.
Let me tell you what would not happen to your girl. That shit.
Definitely not. Jesus Christ, man.
But I think that is all. Like, that is all for this episode, man, for sure. Like, we definitely got some payback. It's payback next Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Holy
Saturday.
Shit. So we gotta have to do some predictions, I guess, maybe, or whatever. Like next week, I guess we'll figure that out or whatever. But Gabby, it was an absolute pleasure and privileged to have you on. Thank you for coming on here for sure. It is definitely not the last time. You know,
we gotta bring you. We gotta bring you back.
We gotta bring you back. Like
on a more lighter note. On a more lighter.
You know how
on
to
a more
find
lighter
me.
note.
I'm always around, and I'm always down to talk shit. So like, hey, call me.
Yeah, because again, like for you to even be able to come on here during this, like, because usually it would be like our regular weekly breakdown,
Absolutely.
all that stuff.
We had to change the game. I get it.
We have to change it up a lot, but be able to for you to come in and still simulate yourself in this and everything like that, it worked out perfectly fine. So, thank you so much for coming on. Is there anything that like you got going on coming up? Of course, you about to be at the shows. You about to be at Star.
I will be at All Out in StarCast Chicago.
StarCast.
If you're around, come find me. My social media is all HIIGABII on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that fun stuff. So hopefully I can come back and talk to you guys about All Out, and we can have a recap on that. Yeah. Hopefully I will try to get you guys some clips, some sound bites, some fun stuff while I'm around. So we'll see what I can do.
Absolutely. Definitely would enjoy that and definitely want to have you back on for that and more. You know what I'm saying? Aunt Bundy. What business we got, bro?
Yeah, you have the boxing podcast now. Shout out to my dog Jonas. Shout out to my dog Evan. Shout out to Tony. He's a former pro boxer that's going to be on that boxing podcast too. Mm-hmm. We're going to reveal the name until they're ready. I'm going to tell y'all off this shit. But the name.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Because I was wondering, because I saw Jonas like saying, like, yeah, I can't tell y'all the name. I can't tell you.
Name. I'll tell y'all the name. The name is fucking.
We'll have
fire.
that action offline. No worries.
Yeah, of course. I'm keeping it under wraps.
But
it's top secret.
Yeah, this is some shit right now. We're doing a combat. We got the wrestling. We got the boxing, and I'm working on the MMA as well too. I got some people in line for that one, so we're getting that together too. But
okay, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? The new episode of MKU podcast is out too. Jonas was part of that. That man was natural on that shit. Very fun podcast. We got a two-parter coming up real soon with the Olympics. We starting that this Sunday. That's gonna be a two-parter. So we got some work. We got a lot of other things and on the floor as well, man. So yeah, bigger, better things coming with MKU.
Yes, sir. Coming up, union business. We got some stuff dropping, some more stuff with the union type shit. We got more Show Your Work podcast content on the way. September 6th, collaboration between Show Your Work, Guessing from the Stands podcast. Shout out to Earl, God Soul. Shout out to homie Earl. We are doing our NFL fantasy draft. Good Lord Almighty, that's gonna be crazy.
Y'all have fun with that one.
Yeah, we doing that live on Twitch and YouTube. So you know, what I'm
damn, I'm said September 6th.
Yeah, September 6th. Damn, Starfield come out that night. Like, bro, it's too much, man. Like, y'all, bro.
How you think I feel, nigga? It's Armor Core. It's Armor Core night.
You know, play Armor Core and shit after you're done with this shit. Like, so
speaking of that, speaking of other shit too, man. September 10th, nigga. I'm probably gonna be in LA for the West Coast Pro Wrestling Show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to Base.
Shout out to Base LaRock, man. That's gonna be a crazy ass thing too. So
yeah. Also. Let's see. I said to show you the fantasy football joint is coming up. We got more work with Show Your Work coming up. Oh, payback, post payback. Midcarders and Catering's first. I don't know what we call this. I'm calling it Twitter. If Mama named it Twitter, I'm calling it Twitter.
It's Twitter.
It's Twitter. Goddamn it. Twitter Spaces, the first ever Midcarders and Catering Twitter Spaces following WWE Payback. Our first one. We doing that up. Hopefully, we get enough people in there. We're gonna talk about the post show, all that shit.
I'm in there.
Pull up. Gabby's gonna be there, so y'all gotta come through. So you already heard it there. So our very first Twitter Spaces, we doing that, and I think that's it.
Turner Truthers.
Just know the name.
Hashtag
Turner Truthers. Turner Truthers. Do the not. Hey, hold on.
Do the knowledge, nigga.
Turner Truthers is coming. It's
hashtag.
Coming. Y'all need to know nothing else beyond that. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, it's your guys and gal. We out of here. Peace.
Deuces.